nā mana whenua o tēnei roi, nā mei aroha ki Te Atiawa, no Ngāti Tō Rangatira, me nā maunga, me nā awa o te motu hoki. When you go to a marae and when you're greeted as manuhiri, the kuia come to you, and in that moment of the breath of life, when they are expressing their greetings to you, they say, tēnā tātou. Tēnā tātou meaning, who do you bring with you? We acknowledge all that you bring with you. When Te Putahitanga o Te Waipounamu speaks with you, we bring with you the nine iwi of Te Waipounamu. We bring with you the multiple pathways which are about the convergence of the many rivers of Te Waipounamu. So we bring with you the hapu, the wānau, the iwi. And so within this room there are members of Waihopai Runaka, of Ngāti Toa, of Ngāti Koata, of Ngāti Kuia, and others that are with you in your midst. We also bring with you the organisations that comprise the wānau aspirations in Te Waipounamu. Organisations that are in this room, such as He Oranga Pounamu, Te Piki Oranga, Arai Te Uru Marae, He Wakatapu Trust in Christchurch, and other organisations, Te Pūwaitanga ki Ototahi, organisations that are trying to live out the wawata, the aspirations of wānau living within Te Waipounamu. Our vision is about being there for wānau. This morning when we came to this Westpac Stadium in Warikauri, Riakuhu, at the Chatham Islands, there were waves reaching 1/2 metre. The same with the East Coast. There were waves that were the onset of the tsunami, which is bearing its impact while we're sitting here in this stadium. In many ways, wānau ora is like that tsunami. A wave is a momentary thing. A tsunami reshapes the earth. And I like to think that that's what wānau ora is doing for all of us. So the vision that we bring when the wānau come to wānau ora, is about their vision. It isn't about us doing to them. It's about the transformation, which means that wānau come first. And I like this word transformation. A lot of people use transformation quite liberally, and I wanted to refer to a definition from Alan Cohen, the author of The Dragon Doesn't Live Here Anymore. Alan said transformation is scared and sacred are spelt with the same letters. Awful proceeds from the same root word as awesome, terrify and terrific. Every negative experience holds the seed of transformation. And for that definition, sacred and scared at the same time, that is about transformation. It's about having faith in our families, believing that they have the solutions, believing that they know best what will make the difference in their life. The vision that Te Putahitanga o Te Waipounamu brings to share with you today is Mo te ara, kia ora ai te wānau. Your pathways will be the pathway by which your wānau are empowered and which those wānau thrive. And so that's a vision which is inevitably outcome-based, it's solution-based, it's locally owned, it's collective, it's intergenerational, and it is about reshaping the earth. But for us in Aotearoa, the phenomenon that is wānau ora is also about reshaping the earth of the government departments and the agencies that inhabit this earth. And I was interested to see kia tūtahi in your books, standing together the communities of Aotearoa, and it made me think of Don and all that Don gave to being the best public servant that he could through the pathways with the Community Sector Task Force, with the Ministry of Social Development, with the Ministry of Health. And I think people like Don Gray, of which there's a room of people who have that inspiration to do the best that they can to place that faith in families to do the best for themselves. And so we have those same questions. We ask of ourselves, how much, how well is anyone better off? And we are challenged by the Minister for Whanau Ora and the government to also answer a set of questions, to be able to say, is there a measurable difference being made? Have we got the information to prove that we're making a difference? Is it going to benefit anyone? Is anyone going to be better off? And how well are we doing that with the agencies around us? So for those who want numbers, we have numbers. We are 1 year old. 3,150 people turned up to find out what does Putahitanga mean back in July 2014. Of those 3,150, 325 people attended workshops to know how do you put an application in. From that, 201 expressions of interest were achieved. Quite an amazing process, in that what we asked for was for people to send in a video to basically give 2 minutes to say, what do you want out of Whanau Ora? What's your dream about Whanau Ora? It was an amazing initiative which we didn't realise we were going to be flooding the networks and literally blocking every IT system server in Christchurch trying to get these applications in. But it demonstrated the incredible enthusiasm that people have for determining their own destiny. So out of that, 70% of all of those applicants are still actively engaged with Te Putahitanga. What we're doing is taking a difference in that we aren't provider-centred. It's not provider order. We're not government-centred. It's not more of you know, more of the same as you know it. It is about being whānau-centred. And what we're working with is having coaches. We have Donna Matahaere Atariki is one of those coaches here. We have 6 coaches that span the whole of Te Waipounamu alongside of Whanau, walking their journey. Of course, there are going to be differences. It isn't one size fits all. What the numbers basically say is, not rocket science, there's a smaller Māori population in Te Waipounamu than there is in Te Waka Maui. However, there's a much bigger geographical landmass that we have to traverse. And so when you're looking at a square mass, say for instance for Ngaitahu, of 135,000 square kilometres, that's the rohe, then that's a little bit different in the North Island, where the rohe for each iwi is approximately 1,700. So there are completely different sets of issues: geographic issues, transport issues, access issues. There's another set of issues in that people often say this is about need, and we define need not just about income deprivation and hardship. That's only one element. What this graph says is that the biggest denominator for trauma and loss amongst whānau was actually separation from cultural knowledge and practice is the highest, separation from home and from whenua, social discrimination, social and racial discrimination, separation from whānau. They're the biggest indicators of trauma, loss and alienation, and then material poverty is halfway down the graph. But what is the source of well-being? Again, it's whānau that form the top. So whānau is the biggest source of well-being. Financial well-being is important, but it's not the be-all and end-all. I'm really out of time, aren't I? But can I speak just really quickly? So lots of aspirations. Whānau have as many dreams as there is paper to go on it. Just want to share 3 stories of what does an outcome look like in Whanau Ora. We all know about the 6 Whanau Ora outcomes: to be self-determining, living a healthy lifestyle, participating in society, confidently participating in te ao Māori, economically secure, cohesive, resilient and nurturing. That's the outcome framework by which Debbie, Te Poumatakana and Putahitanga work by. This is a story of a young woman, Jade Temapara, the designer behind Hand Over Hundi. She basically hand over $100 to a family, help them plant a garden. At the end of the year, they sell the vegetables back to you, the $100 goes to another family, and lo and behold, she's working with 80 whānau to put down a garden. But it's not just about vegetables, it's also about the process of restoring to yourself the essence of who you are. So just as these seeds develop, so too to the children. This is another form of outcomes. Te Ramarama Mai and Blenheim, they're young people who are trying to get a new pathway for learning. And the last one, Reo Pepe, this is from Dunedin. This is about a couple of young mums want to do the journey of revival of language regeneration, wrote a book based on their kids, sharing it with other whānau within their area, and that's about their journey of transformation. That's a process as much as it is the destination. Kia ora.